What's going on, YouTube? It's me, the Ink Jedi. I'm not alone tonight. I'm with a couple of friends. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yo, 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 it's your boy, the Boogeyman, at the Boogeyman718. Scream at me.
Yo, yo, Canadian Geek, a.k.a. Chad here. How's it going, people?
All right. Thank you, everyone who's joining us tonight. Hanging out, watching live on YouTube, downloading on iTunes. Yeah, man, we got a good show planned for tonight. And as always, leave your comments, questions in the chat. We'll be checking them out throughout the show, and we'll bring them up as we go on with the show. All right, how's everybody's weekend?
Busy.
Good.
As you all know, yesterday was Batman Day. They had a few comic shops around, I guess, the country had like a huge Batman celebration, huge Batman party. I know a few areas in New York had some Batman themed days, you know, some artists coming by and doing some sketches or raffles and things like that. Boogie, did you do anything at your shop yesterday for Batman Day?
Yeah, we had a pretty big event over at Monkey Biz Comics. We did, I believe it was 30% off all Batman books, and then we had a shop-wide sale, 25% off everything. So, along with that, we also do our regular everyday sales. We got this thing, it's called New This Week, Half Off Last Week. So basically, if you buy this week's new issue, you'll get last week's issue of that series half off.
Nice.
That's a good deal.
Sweet deal. I know Lee Weeks was at a shop by Madison, New Jersey, doing like sketches and signings and selling prints. Chad, did they have anything up in your way in Canada?
Yeah, a lot of the shops in the town I used to, because I'm in the new house now, so the city I'm in now is a little smaller. But there's usually like just I know in Toronto there's a few, like Silver Snail usually goes all out, and I'm pretty sure Gotham Central, which is Chala's main store, they had a couple artists, couple writers in there doing things, and they usually have like Brampton Batman there. So yeah, like most stores will do. Some of my local stores are just kind of, they have the freebies and the posters and maybe some discounts, but I know the ones in Toronto usually go pretty big for it.
Nice. Good times. All right. Did you guys pick up anything for Batman Day?
Nah, not me. I mean, I was, for the most part, stuck in the shop, dealing with the crowd there. Sad to say, though, and I was even looking it up because, Lopez had mentioned about an exclusive and stuff. They didn't even release anything exclusive for Batman Day, which was kind of sad. It seemed like they had the same old shit from last year, just the same old masks, right. But I mean, other than that, we had those free copies, the Batman Little Gotham, and then the special Batman White Knight. Yeah, I mean, those were pretty cool, but you want something big, I guess. Something to really want to bring people into your store.
Right.
I guess they just didn't put too much thought into it this year.
Do you think they're trying to get Batman Day to be as big as this event as something like Free Comic Book Day or something like that? Is this what they're trying to push? I mean, first of all, just because I don't know, why was that day specifically called Batman Day?
That's a good question. I mean, you know what? As far as I know, it's always been Batman Day. September 15th for, I think this is like the 4th year in a row that they've done this. And last year they did that, and didn't White Knight drop not too far after Batman Day?
I think so. Believe we have a comment from Steve Skline saying that it's celebrating the 75th anniversary of Batman, which I didn't know.
Of course.
But that was a couple years ago. Yeah, it started 4 years ago with the 75th. Yeah, because next year is going to be the 80th anniversary of Batman. Yeah.
Well, thankfully, Steve Clean was in the chat and let us know.
Yeah.
Steve Clean.
Yeah. He's got many aliases. He's a man of many names.
He's a man of many names and many faces. But speaking of Batman, today some images of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker came on the internet. I'm going to show everyone here 2 of the images. You kind of have like a portrait shot of Joaquin, a.k.a. Arthur. Sorry, guys. Sometimes that Brooklyn accent doesn't help. So you have Joaquin Phoenix here in a portrait, and then you have him coming out of I want to say maybe a comedy shop called Ha-Ha's, carrying a brown paper bag. There's plenty of shots online of this particular scene. There's one where he runs into a clown. What do you guys think of this movie? What have you guys heard about this movie? And just want to know your thoughts.
I don't know. I think it's being done by Todd Phillips, who has done a lot of different movies, but he's most famous for the Hangover series. But he's also written some darker stuff and darker comedies. And I'm interested to see it because the actors in it are really good. Now, I don't know if he's got makeup on, but the clown that he's talking to in that scene, if you've ever seen the show Billions on HBO, or if you ever watched True Detective on HBO, he's an actor who's been in both those shows. He's really creepy. Like, he's a really good actor, but he's good at like being very intimidating. So I'm wondering what his part is.
Right.
And Joaquin Phoenix looks kind of creepy with that long hair. And I said this on our group chat earlier, it reminds me of the look he has in Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo's Joker series. You know, kind of twisted, a little more unkempt, you know, because like Joker, if you look at him, he never looks like messy. Like, he's always got a suit on. He's always like, his hair is always coiffed, and you know, he never. But in that story, he looks very like kind of messy and disheveled. You know, more like almost like the Heath Ledger Joker as well, where he looks a little more like, hey, he just kind of woke up out of bed. Let's go kill people.
Right.
So I'm interested to see what kind of what he does with it, because I don't need the campy, like, you know, rah rah, ha ha, I'm the Joker, let's be stupid thing. If he brings that really weird and edgy and creepy side to it, I think it'll be really good.
Right. I'm looking at it now, and right, Todd Phillips, and it's being produced by Todd Phillips and Martin Scorsese, who's popular for one specific genre of film, which is more mafioso type of movies. So from what I've heard and read, that this movie it's still untitled. There's no name for it yet. But I heard it's going to be more of a mafia type kind of movie. Let me see here.
What, you think it's going to be the
I think
origin
it's more like
story?
I think it'll be more like Joker. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm not sure. It's definitely an origin story, but I don't know, you know, what kind of film it's going to be. I've heard that it's going to be more of a mafia type film of how Joker starts his type of crime and stuff.
Right, because he was a comedian and the mafia got him into being the Red Hood, remember?
Right.
You know?
Which is funny because I was thinking about that, you know, when he talks about in the book, he's like, you know, sometimes I remember it this way, sometimes I remember it that way. You know, we don't really truly know the true origin of the Joker. So it's going to be very interesting to see what this film does and how they portray it and how it's going to be received by the fans. Boogeyman, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, not for nothing, man. Every role that this guy does, it always seems to be like a real creepy, dark kind of role. You know, like that seems to be his MO. He's good at it. So I think he's gonna kill it if that's really the angle that they're gonna go. And I would love to see an origin story of Joker, like before he was the Joker. Right. You know, I think that would be real sick.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a good film. I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where it kind of ends with him becoming the Joker and we get Arthur the whole way through until the end of the movie where, you know, is there going to be a fight with Batman? You know what I mean? Is he even existent in this world? Who's going to be Batman, right? Like, so many questions I have. Robert De Niro's in the film, too. I'm not even sure who he's playing. So I'm interested to see what they're doing with that character. Who was Joker working for? Was it Falcone?
No, I think that was before Falcone. I think
Yeah.
Falcone was like a young in the comics. I think Falcone was a young mobster, but he wasn't a boss yet when Joker started.
God.
Right.
But I could be wrong.
What
Maybe Steve Skline will know. But
What do you think about? He just asked a pretty good question. He's like, can you see some blowback from geeks within the community by putting a name on the Joker?
no, because he's been called Joe. He's been called Jack Napier. He's been called. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't care what they call him. We all know it's the Joker. I mean,
Well, I only
you can't have a movie and have somebody look at a real and it's set in the real world and the guy's, hey Joker, how's it going, Joker?
right,
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm trying to remember what was his name in that animated movie. What was it? Under the Red Hood.
what was his name?
I'm trying to think.
Well, I always go by Batman the Animated Series being canon, so his name is Jack Napier on there.
yeah.
But it
Right.
was also in the Batman '89, right? He was Jack Napier
Yeah.
as well. So I don't know. I mean,
Maybe he changes his name though. Maybe that's something too. Maybe he was Arthur, and when he became a mafioso guy, he said, "Okay, well, my name is Jack now."
right.
And with them never actually explaining it, that gives them leeway to say, "Yeah, that's what happened." Like, what I mean, because his history is so mysterious, they can just say like, "Yeah, he was Arthur, and he decided he was Arthur when he was the struggling comedian with a wife, and then he went Looney Tunes." And he became Jack Napier.
Maybe kills a guy named Jack Napier. Is like, well, I'm him now, or whatever.
Yeah.
There's so many possibilities. I mean, I'm hoping that's not going to be a reason people don't watch this movie. You know what I mean? I'm very, very curious to see what they do with him. I'm also very curious to see if we get a Batman and who that Batman's going to be. The movie supposedly is due out next October 2019. Again, I don't know how far along they are with filming, but that's the date that IMDb has. But things like that can change easily. But I'm curious to see it. I like Joaquin Phoenix just as an actor. I think he's pretty good. So we'll see how he does. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting because Martin Scorsese, even if he doesn't know the source material, he doesn't try to make a bad movie. He's not just trying to like, okay, cool, you give me money, let's make a movie. He likes to make a good movie. He likes to make it interesting and stuff. So I think it'll be good regardless. It'll just be interesting to see how much of a comic book movie is it. I don't think it's going to be a huge comic book movie. I think it'll have to do with the essence of a comic book movie, but I don't think people should go into this looking, it's going to be like Dark Knight. No. It'll be, very, very loose, I think.
Do you think we see Bruce and Martha Wayne? I mean, sorry, Thomas and Martha Wayne?
That would be interesting. Probably, towards the end.
Because they had tried to get Alec Baldwin to play Thomas Wayne. Alec Baldwin was supposed to play his dad or something, right? And then he bounced out after 2 days.
Yeah, maybe
something like that.
Wasn't feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, there was and another piece of news. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Henry Cavill out as Superman amid Warner Brothers DC Universe shakeup. They're saying Cavill, who played Superman in 3 films, is parting with Warner Brothers. Sources tell Hollywood Reporter the British actor who first donned the blue suit for 2013's Man of Steel, the Batman vs Superman, and Justice League. They were trying to get him to make a cameo Shazam, but contract talks between them just fell apart. So that's probably not going to happen now. Also, they're saying that they're looking at making a Supergirl film as well. So they might need to go with someone younger. But then later on, Henry Cavill's manager posted something about Warner Brothers releasing a statement later on. But I didn't see any. Man, what do you guys think about that?
Well, none of it was confirmed.
Yeah,
not any of this was confirmed. It's all been Instagram propaganda, Twitter propaganda. Then what was funny is he gets on Instagram and he posts that video.
Good day to be Superman. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, come on, man. It's all hype. It's probably just to get people riled up. You know.
Yeah. Well, what I read is they want to do a Supergirl movie anyway, but the cameo thing just isn't. He couldn't do it. So then, what I heard is, okay, well, the things I've read is they said, "Okay, we want you to do the cameo." He's like, "I can't. I got prior film commitments. I can't do it." So they were like, "Well, whatever. We're going to shelve Man of Steel 2 for like an extra year or something between when you're supposed to do it next year. We'll do it the year after." So then he went and said, "Okay, well, screw it. I'm going to do that Witcher series for Netflix because it's only an 8-part series." And then they're like, "Okay, fine. So we'll do Supergirl then." And then they're like, "We couldn't use him." From what I'm hearing is they couldn't use him anyways because Supergirl is older than he is. He's only an infant when she comes to Earth. So they not even recasting him. They couldn't even use an adult actor for Superman unless they unless they messed with the continuity.
Right.
So, and then then somebody else came out. I read somewhere they're like, "Oh yeah," he's like, he's still Superman. It's right now we're trying to figure out where we're gonna go."
Right.
Because I think they really wanted him as that because they want to do Black Adam. I think for Man of Steel 2, and they wanted them. I think that was going to be the big surprise. And Shazam was The Rock's Black Adam is supposed to make a cameo at the end of it, and so Superman or something. Maybe Superman shows up and say, "Hey Billy, listen, I'm here." Kind of drop some knowledge on him. I'm here to help you or whatever. But who knows what's going to happen? But I don't think he's leaving yet.
Warner Brothers did give a statement. They said, while no decisions have been made regarding any upcoming Superman films, we've always had great respect for and great relationship with Henry, and that remains unchanged. That's all we've heard, so we don't know. I think it's quite stupid if they try to change. They really found the perfect actor for this role.
Mm-hmm.
I really think this guy as Superman, it really fits the part. Fits the role. I really enjoy him, so it will suck to have him leave and recast. You know what I mean? The last few Superman films were okay; they were pretty good. I mean, to me anyway. Of course, people are gonna find faults in them, but I think anything better than that last Superman film was, who was the guy who started in that role, where he comes back, Superman. I don't remember.
You mean General Zod?
No. Remember the Superman film they did?
Michael Ruth? Brendan Ruth.
Yeah, he was Superman before.
With the one with Kevin Spacey, that was the exact Superman Returns or whatever. And it was the exact remake of Superman 1 with Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman.
Did not like it one bit.
Oh, that was a giant chunk of shit.
I was like, I waited for it to come out on DVD and I watched it. I regretted it wholly, but I really enjoy the films with Henry Cavill, and I really hope he stays. They will just need to figure it out. If they are making a Supergirl film, you don't want to lose an actor like that because of a role of a movie like Supergirl. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
He's just so good at what he does. Especially with Ben Affleck leaving, it's kind of sucks that this too. Did they shelve that? I haven't heard any updates.
I think they did because after Suicide Squad 1, I think someone who probably got fired for suggesting it because, what do they know? I think someone probably said, we need to stop having a bunch of humans who fire bullets face off against gods because it really doesn't work out well for them. So let's put them against a different character because it was dumb enough to put them against the Enchantress and her crazy brother in the first one, but going against Black Adam, the second one, would just be really stupid.
Right.
So I think they decided not to do that. But I don't know who the bad guy is for. Maybe they did. Who knows? Like I don't. The problem is I think they're really lost over there. I think that they're really struggling to go between letting the vision of the director and the writers do what they want and make their money. And I still think there's some people who are trying to be like Marvel and trying to make it like a bigger scale, grandiose like Marvel. And they're still not paying attention to the fact that Marvel, it took 10 years to get Infinity War, and it took, 3 or 4 years to get the Avengers. I think it was like at least 3 years. You can't just start throwing these giant blockbuster movies out without any build up to them, without any, you got to learn by mistakes. Like Thor 3 was the best one. Thor 2 wasn't that great. Thor 1 was okay. You learn as you make them. Every movie you make, you get better at a certain part of making that movie, or that, that continuity or that character. You know what I mean? Like each aspect should get better each time you make it. So that's why everybody loved Thor 3 and loved him in Infinity War, because they've been having 5 or 6 years to work on him. They've done 2 Avengers movies, 3 Thor movies. They've had so much time to refine the character. So that's what DC needs to do, and that's why I'm really hoping Aquaman is as good as it looks.
Right.
Because I think that'd be a real big step in the right direction. And if it is too, I guarantee you, if they do Aquaman really well, I think we'll get a Flash movie. I think that'll finally get to go ahead, because they'll be like, okay, we've had a Wonder Woman movie that did better than BVS, that was better received than BVS and Justice League. If Aquaman does what it's supposed to do, it'll be better received than Justice League and BVS was. So hey, maybe we should focus more on these build-up movies, and then let Justice League 2 happen in like a year or two once we do another. Yeah, because everybody wants to see Flashpoint.
Right, because they're saying Flash isn't supposed to start filming until 2019. So I'm guessing we're not going to get that movie for another year, 2 years, which sucks.
Yeah, 2020 at the earliest, yeah.
Yeah, most likely. But we'll see. I don't know if you guys heard, they're saying that on the 18th, they're going to debut the trailer of Captain Marvel on Good Morning America. Only reason they're saying this is because Kevin Feige said that they want to release the trailer around fall, and also Brie Larson is going to be on the show that day. So there's a lot of speculation, nothing confirmed, but I'm hoping that we see something. I'm very excited to see something, especially after we got all those awesome still shots. To see maybe something like a teaser trailer would be awesome. Did you guys hear about this too?
Yeah, I read about it. I had read it online. I read it it was in the New York, not the New York Post. I think it was the New York Post online. I saw it, and it was also in like Variety and all these other entertainment ones. I don't think we'll get a full trailer though. We'll get like a 30-second teaser, and then I think at New York Comic Con they're going to release the big one, like the first full length trailer. Like I think we'll get. I guarantee you it'll be like typical Marvel. It'll start with a space shot. It'll be a quick voiceover of her saying something. It'll be like a quick flashback scene to like when she's young or something, and then it'll be like the Doctor Strange one, where it was like just like a silhouette of her flying in space or something.
When is the movie out?
November.
Oh, so it's almost here.
Or December, December. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
Yeah. So.
yeah. Dude.
I gotta be honest. I completely wasn't paying attention to most of the shit that you guys were talking about. I'm looking at something else over here, trying to catch up with that nonsense from before.
Well, we're talking about Captain Marvel. Try to keep up.
Yeah, she's hot.
Well, very good, very good. Well, let's hope that it's hot for the movie as well, because I think Marvel has really high hopes for this movie, and I'm pretty sure they hope that it delivers for them. I believe this is probably the first female lead film for them. And if they want to, release other films like a Black Widow movie or something like that, this one has to do well.
I don't think they're going to go with a Black Widow, though.
There's so many other characters they could go with a solo movie before her.
There's been talks of it. So we don't know. And Scarlett Johansson has the star power to have her own film. I definitely never don't ever see them making a Hawkeye solo film.
No, so I would love to see. Well, 2-part. One, I heard Kevin Feige said last week or the week before that, seeing how DC did it, and the success of Wonder Woman actually gave him and the other executives the kind of the willpower, the courage to be like, hey, yeah, we can do this, guys. We can make a Captain Marvel movie. Let's go ahead. Let's get it done. I would love to see a Hawkeye Black Widow movie set in whatever times when they're younger, when they're younger assassins working wherever in the world. I think that'd be kind of a cool, but it'd have to be like a build-up movie, because neither of them have superpowers, so it'd have to be more of you can make it a noir action movie, kinda, that maybe leads into something else at the end of it.
Yeah, but recast it, because these two are getting up there in age. You know what I mean?
Scarlett Jo was only 35, I think.
I don't know.
No, Jeremy Renner, I agree, but Marvel has that technically. Come on, they're taking Sammy Jackson. He's 60-some, looking like a shriveled potato, and he's gonna look like he did in 1992 and for Captain Marvel. So.
Yeah, they threw some hair on him. That's all it took. Just throw a rug on his head, bro, and he's fine.
Well, no, but he's got the fuller face. He's got the more like the younger look, you know.
I mean, it also helps to have two eyes too. You know.
Yeah. No prosthetics needed.
That definitely brings back at least 5-6 years.
Oh man. Boog, are you getting any of the new Wolverine books coming out this week?
Yeah, and there's a lot of covers, man. There's a lot of covers.
Yeah,
I'm not getting any of those ridiculous 1 for 500, 1,000, 2,000,
the
5
stupid
million
McFarlane
books.
ones. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I may pick them up somewhere else, but I ain't order them to the shop. It's not worth it. You know, I got all the other ones coming. I got the Lithos coming and the McNivens and all that good shit.
How many?
Just so many of them.
How many are coming out? Do you have like a number? Is it like over 20?
I don't have an exact number. You know, I was trying to look that shit up before, but I mean, so far I found 12, but that's not including.
There's way more than that.
That's not including the ratio variants or the Midtown exclusives. I think Unknown Comics I think has an exclusive for them for Return of Wolverine 2.
So there's the ones I know of are there's the 9 McNiven covers, the Jusco Midtown cover, the Clayton Crane Scorpion Comics cover, the Gabriel Delato cover. There is the Todd Knock cover. There's the Todd McFarlane cover. There's the Tyler Kirkham cover. There's the Mike Mayhew cover. So that's like 13 or 14 right there,
Jeez.
if not more. And there'll be more. They're going to start dropping like flies, I'm sure. You know there's going to be an Alex Ross one. If they're smart, they'll do an Alex Ross one.
I hope they do an Alex Ross one. That's probably going to be dope.
Yeah, they'll be the blank. He's actually... I'm so angry I missed it. There's a company, a really cool guy named Matt Saltzman runs a company called Trinity Comic and Convention Services, and he does a lot of signings at the big conventions. And I just missed it. He had 5 spots for an Alex Ross signing at New York Comic Con.
Damn.
And I was like, oh man, I would have paid it too.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing it's not a ticketed event, so anyone could go to it. It's gonna be like an evening with Alex Ross, and they're basically gonna talk about a ton of shit. And then there's also a signing as well. He'll probably have like prints there and shit like that.
One book you're getting signed.
Oh.
That Scorpion comic exclusive. That's a Crane cover though, right?
The Scorpion one, yeah. Oh, there's also Philip Tan has 2 covers, like a joining. One's Wolverine with a lot of the X-Men behind him, that like the '90s style, and then the other one is X-23 and her X-Force without the mask, with the rest of the X-Men behind her.
Yeah, there's always so many.
Yeah.
So many choices, man.
Oh, there'll be tons.
But it makes you wonder though too, like, you know, a lot of these books, like for instance, that one that we were just talking about at Scorpion Comics, the Crane.
The Clayton Crane, yeah.
Yeah, that's the regular trade dress is $20. Then you got the Virgin for $50.
Yeah, I'm just getting the trade dress.
So, but I mean, again, you know, it brings us back to a topic that we talked about last time. You know, do these kind of books hold their value? Are they going to go up in value? You know, is it really worth the $50? You know what I'm saying?
Only the high ratio ones hold their value.
I mean, does it really though?
It holds the value to the people who are willing to buy them.
Right.
So like, yeah, I don't think like the McNiven ones. Well, they're the regular ones. But like, yeah, certain ones won't. But certain ones will. Like look at Jim Lee, the Dark Knight 3, the Master Race. His 8 covers, they're still going for $400 or $500. You can't get them cheaper. But that's probably because people bought them for that much. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You know, like, you see, I think also it has to do with the pedigree of the artist as well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
right.
And it all depends on what ratio Marvel puts them at. Like, if you ask me, Todd McFarlane's 1 in 500. His is one of the uglier covers. To me.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a 1 in 500. Good luck, people. Have fun with that one. Right. You go spend your money on that one. Leave the ones I can afford. Leave those to me. I'll buy those ones.
Right.
I don't know. It's really. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised they didn't, because they've done it before. I'm surprised they didn't get Jim Lee to do one, because he's done so much Wolverine.
Yeah, I am a little surprised that they didn't get a lot of the old school Wolverine artists.
There's not a Sam Keith one. There's not a. And I thought for sure there'd be an Adam Kubert one, considering he's still
Frank Miller. I thought there'd be a Frank Miller one.
Yeah, well, they probably looked at his art in the last 10 years and said, you know what, you just stay sitting. It's okay, Frank.
You know what? Even so, like even if it was a remastered one, an old drawing that was remastered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they did a lot of that shit with Jack Kirby.
You could have done the return. You could do the Return of Wolverine from Wolverine 1 from '82, and it's the one he's like this, popping the claws and seeing like come here, and it could have been Hot Claws.
Right. I would have totally bought it.
Yeah. I mean, are you guys? A good question. How many copies are you guys planning on getting?
So many.
I mean, as the biggest Wolverine fan, I'm probably gonna get all of them.
You fucking guy.
Probably gonna get all of them.
Yeah, you are the biggest Wolverine.
He doesn't even like Wolverine.
Listen,
he just says it to piss me off.
Don't ruin the gimmick, guys. Okay, that's my thing. Let's respect the gimmick.
I'm blowing it up. The last time we was out, Ink was like, "Yo, fuck Wolverine."
I
just say to piss off Chad.
yeah. No, I'll get them if they're nice, like
right.
Because I'm in the new room,
right.
So I'm gonna be doing it mostly Wolverine themed, so they'll be getting put up.
I mean, if it's your thing, do it, man. Like anytime like I tell Boogie, like any Fantastic Four cover you got, just put it on the side for me automatically, because that's my thing. That's what I enjoy. So if you like something,
did you get the Campbell one? Did you get that J. Scott Campbell one?
I didn't like it.
I didn't like what he did. I liked the whole book. I liked what he did to the whole cover, except when he threw a mask on top thing. I'm like, why did you throw a helmet on him?
I didn't like. Maybe he couldn't draw.
He's got
his
a
face.
head made of rock. He's made of rock. He doesn't need a metal helmet.
Yeah, and Campbell just does the same fucking poses every single time.
I'm not a fan of his stuff as much. My wife loves it, but I'm just like, not me. So I kind of passed on that one. But I did get. I do have a ton of covers. I mean, thanks to Boogie, I was able to
get those Kirby ones are really nice.
Yeah, I got the Kirby ones, which I love so much. So yeah, that's definitely what we're getting. Hey, I'm surprised we forgot to mention this, but did you see that the rating for Venom came out this week?
PG-13, yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah. But if you look at it, PG-13 in 2018 was rated R back in like 2000. They're getting away with a lot. Like look at Avengers.
Yeah.
Before, if you said asshole or shithead or anything like that, it was automatically like rated R because of the language.
Right.
Doctor Strange.
They're saying that shit on regular TV now.
Yeah. So
on FX and fucking after 10 o'clock.
Because I actually like it though, because that's one of the things they've actually come to. Like they've actually kept up with society, where it's like. They used to do it because it was different 20 years ago and 25 and 30 years ago,
Right.
But nowadays, it's like they know kids, and people in general. They know what they hear at school and at their workplace, for the most part. Not everywhere, but for the most part. So they know that the audiences nowadays are more mature, or at least a little more grown up in the fact that they know what the words mean than they did 15, 20 years ago. So they know that if someone says shit or asshole in a movie, parents aren't going to be like trying to earmuff their kids like they don't say those words or hear those words. So
right, but still, you don't want your 9-year-old running around going shit.
Yeah,
fuck,
or biting people's heads off and shit.
Yeah.
Like I got a mouth like a trucker. I'm always cursing. My old lady always telling me all the time.
Right.
That too.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to like dime it down in front of the little one. So like I'll say like fudge. Or something like that, or oh shoot. So now my 9-year-old runs around. She'll be like, "Oh shoot!" She'll be like, "What the fudge, Dad?"
And nothing's been confirmed. Like in my mind, right? If you're gonna give this a PG-13 rating, does that mean at some point do you have plans for a crossover with Spider-Man?
It makes sense if that's why they did PG-13. So more kids would be in attendance because they're making a cameo.
Right. I mean,
well, yeah, it would be building because Disney has their thing, right? Has their brand and their logo and what people expect of them. So they're like, hey, if you guys want if you want Tom Holland, and that we got to bring this down to kind of where we like our movies, because we need to reach that broad audience, you know.
Right, because then you have that baseline for your character. Because if you have just this Venom that's like cursing, killing people, and being gruesome, and then you put him into a Spider-Man movie, and he's not that same guy, people will not like it. You know what I mean? So if you kind of just started out at that PG-13 level, excuse me, then people won't be complaining as much. I definitely, a lot of people have high hopes for this film. I'm one of them, right? I would love to have a good Venom film. CGI wise and everything, it looks great. It looks like it's gonna knock it out the park as far as like that goes. And Tom Hardy is a really good actor, so I'm sure he will do well in the role. I mean, he's due for what, 2 more films after this, or 3?
2 more. He signed on for a trilogy. This being the first one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
what if it's a trap? What if like they labeled it PG-13, right? But it's really just going to be this gruesome fucking film. It was just a trap. Just so people would come with a younger audience.
They got it. But like I said, they're a lot more. The MPAA is a lot more looser with their ratings with certain movies. I mean, I think superhero genre gets a lot of leeway with that. Like you'd have to have some serious shit in a Venom movie to have a hard R. I mean, get that restricted.
I mean, look at
when he bites off that dude's head.
I mean, look at Infinity War. There was a lot of crazy things. Yeah. Thanos with an axe straight in his chest, and there was a lot of scenes.
He throws a person off a cliff.
Yeah. They really pushed the boundaries to like what a PG movie is. I mean, I don't know if it's one of those things where like, okay, you're only allowed a certain number of curse words, and if you go past it, then it becomes a rated R film. I mean, I'm not sure how it works.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. Certain movies, you'll either have a swear count and they'll have a list, or the kind of swears. Like, depending on the kind of movie it is, if you drop the C words, they're like, okay, that's R. We have to give you R. We can't have people coming in. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Damn.
So, what do you mean? Like cucumber? Is that a bad word?
You could still get a lot of gruesome action. I'm looking forward to it because I think it'll set the tone for the rest of the series, because like the Wolverine movies, they had the benefit of always having a different.
I think Chad
just left.
Logan obviously set the tone for any standalone Wolverine movie, and Deadpool as well. They will not be able to make a standalone Deadpool or Wolverine movie coming up that isn't an R-rated, because they saw, and it wasn't so great because it was an R-rated, but because it did get that R rating, they were able to say, "Okay." Well, no, what I mean is like it was better, but it opened them up to being like, "Okay, if we're going for an R, it means we can do this, this, and this." So we can show, not necessarily, we don't have to have them swearing like truckers, but we can show them a more visceral scene, like him just going crazy. Whereas if we got PG-13, we might have to cut that scene short. So I don't think any of those standalone movies going forward are going to get lower ratings, but it'll be interesting to see like a guy like Wolverine or Deadpool. If they put them in an X-Men movie or something else, will it be the same actor? And if it is, will it kind of be like a dumbed-down character? Or will they just make sure that they write it so he doesn't have to do certain things like he would in his own movie?
Right. Well, I mean, if you think about, like what you were saying, certain content, because it's, PG-13. I mean, when we were watching the trailer of Venom, and that scene when he bites the dude's head off in the grocery store, like it was a cutaway scene. They didn't show him actually bite the dude's head off. So is it going to be like that in final product now because it's PG-13? Like little shit like that. Like, I don't know about you, I don't know about anybody else, but I kind of want to see the dude's getting his fucking head bitten off. I think that would be wicked cool. But I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? So
then you might get your daughter just staring at you in the kitchen, going, "Ooh, pancreas, liver." Okay.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. She'll be in the theater with me, going, "Did you see that, Dad?"
Oh shoot! Holy fudge, Dad! You seen this going down?
Yeah. She's a little savage.
That's funny, dude. I still think that movie's gonna be pretty brutal. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna be surprised. I really hope it's good.
This guy, he comments, "What's your guy's favorite X-rated superhero film?" I bet you Chad's got a couple.
Debbie does Justice League.
Oh, I gotta look that up. Debbie does Justice League.
I don't think it's a real movie. I was kidding.
They made. I know for a fact that I've seen it online. It was like a Suicide Squad parody, but it was a porno.
Oh jeez.
They had a bunch of them. It was pretty cool. Like, yo, you know, it's funny. It's funny the amount of money that is made off of parodies. You know, like whether it be in X-rated movies or, you know, even homage covers, for example.
Yeah. Or characters. I mean.
Yep.
You know, like certain guys who can't draw feet steal characters and make them their own and make them new ones.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You know? Yeah. Talking to you, douchefeld.
Taking credits for other people's work. I mean, honestly, that's just how I feel. I know a lot of other people probably feel the way or don't feel that same way, but that's just how I feel.
Oh, there's people cursing you out right now watching this.
That's fine. People curse me out for less.
Yeah.
Let's make a new character and call him Pouch Man.
Pouch Man. Oh. I mean, he's self-aware now. Like, he knows how shitty he is, and he's just, you know, he's like self-aware. He's like, oh.
But he still blocks you from he'll still block you from your site if you point it out.
I had to call him out one time because
as I've learned,
he had posted. He's like, "Oh, I'm so excited! Hawk and Dove are now going to be in the Teen Titans film." I gave no credit to Steve Ditko whatsoever. He just like passed away, and I was like, "Isn't this a Ditko creation?" And then he finally changed his whole message, and then deleted my post. You know what I mean?
Well, was it the other day that guy was showing him how he never ever acknowledges Fabian as a co-creator of Deadpool, ever.
Right?
Or won't mention it, or just puts him down in general, man. And I don't know if you guys ever met Fabian. He's like one of the fucking nicest people you ever meet. You know, and now he's charging money to, like, you know, sign,
which is fine. I actually don't mind that because
right.
Liefeld's been making so much money he doesn't deserve $50 for a goddamn Deadpool balloon. Who the shit wants a Deadpool balloon,
bro? $500.
Merc wants a Deadpool balloon.
$500.
Yeah.
Man,
no. Liefeld can use a balloon on him.
Did you guys see that? Walmart is doing those exclusive like 100-page DC comics.
Yeah.
It's just reprints with a news story right at the end of it. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I mean, I hate going to Walmart myself. It's always a shit show.
No, they're not all reprints on it, because I think
the whole
Titans
issue.
one.
Oh, maybe it's a special issue, but most of the issues are all reprints of stories you've seen, and then at the end of the book there'll be a new story.
Yeah. Because that Teen Titans Walmart exclusive was first appearance of Disruptor, I think.
Right.
I think the name was.
I mean, what do you guys think? There's a lot of stores now that are beginning. I mean, you have GameStop probably going to get more exclusives, like their own exclusives aside from what they normally get now. You have Walmart starting to get their own exclusives. What do you guys think about this new trend, man, of like getting like all these different stores, like not just comic shops, but like regular businesses getting these retail exclusive books?
They got to jump on the bandwagon, man.
Yeah, they're a little late to the party, but there's still money to be made. So
right, and I mean,
Costco.
as far as Walmart goes, though, those aren't really retailer exclusives.
Yeah.
But that
I was reading something that they will be. Like, I just read it today, and I was just like, that's weird.
A Walmart retailer exclusive
will be getting their own exclusives.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty badass, I guess. I mean, if they're cool.
Yeah, if they work, yeah. Even Costco, though, like, even I've never seen them before. I saw, like, they have superhero themed books and whatever, like kids books or whatever. And I went there a couple weeks ago, just before we moved, and they had like a whole stack of graphic novels. They had like Civil War, they had an Ant-Man one, they had a few one, and they had Infinity Gauntlet, which I have never read because I don't have it. Yeah. So I was like, 13. It says right on the cover, $29. I was like, $13, I'll take it. So if they keep doing that, that's a good way for people to get into them and not pay it. Unfortunately, and that's the shitty part of the business is you want to support your local stores, but it's hard to go to a store and buy a $30 trade paperback when I can go on Amazon and buy 2, get them shipped to me for free for what the store is charging for 1. But I understand it because that's they got to make their money on top of what they paid for. But it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Walmart. If they're gonna have exclusive books, or is it gonna be like the big thick ones like they have now? Is it gonna be like a huge issue, or are they gonna start getting exclusive single issues?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they would start selling
single issues.
Regular single issues. There's probably some sort of agreement that they have with distribution companies that they can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But because if you look at it, like even like GameStop doesn't sell regular single issues. They're GameStop exclusives.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They did it a ton for Star Wars.
What? The regular single issues?
They're exclusives. No, just for the exclusives.
Yeah, just exclusives, yeah. It's hard to compete with like an Amazon and a Walmart and shit like that. Not for nothing, truth be told, that's why I don't buy Marvel Legends anymore from the distribution companies and stock my store with them. It's not worth it. For the amount of money that I pay for them, to have them in the store to make any sort of decent profit margin, I got to sell them at $22, $23. Right. Why would somebody pay $23 when they can go to Walmart and buy the same fucking thing for $18, $19?
Right, and then you just have to search really hard for those Walmart exclusive ones because you can't. The
employees are taking them all up.
Nah, we out. But it says you have it in stock. We don't have it, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. No, motherfucker, look, on the app, it says it's in stock. Stop lying to me. Bring me to your back dock. I want to see. Open up the boxes.
Oh, man. I'm just reading some comics. Yeah, dude, we TiVo went at it with Rob Liefeld. Shut him down, bro, on that Twitter post.
Yeah.
What else?
Any questions from the listeners that we have?
Besides, what's your favorite X-rated superhero film? No.
Yeah, that's really all we got.
The important questions, man. Definitely. So we're about 2 weeks out from open enrollment. It's 2 weeks.
Just about, yeah.
Just
something like that.
October.
What 1st, is it? The 7th. What's today? 16th.
The 16th. Yeah. So about 2
weeks.
Yeah.
Enrollment for our club was not on the 15th. No, we're in 2 weeks from now.
In a month. No.
Yeah.
Shut up, Chad.
Oh, good question. What do you guys think of a black Superman? Chad?
I think it'd be kind of cool. What do you?
I like it. You went, Chad.
What are you saying that to me for, man? What are you implying? No, I think it's cool. I don't think it should be Michael B. Jordan. I think I don't think it would work. I think it needs to be. Unfortunately, it needs to be a character. Unless the guy in the comics was short, I really want them to stick to that's why I liked when they got Ben Affleck as Batman, because Ben Affleck is 6'4". Batman is he's supposed to be this tall, imposing figure. Yeah. I don't mind it if Michael B. Jordan does get the part. If they do that, it's cool because he's a good actor. I don't mind it. Like I don't really get too hurt over them recasting it and changing it up and doing whatever. Just try it out and see what happens. You never know.
Boogie.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit what color he is, but I think Michael B. Jordan would be a good steal. I think he would be a good steal, and you think he's small, but he's stocky though.
He's built like a shit brick house, but he's like 4.5 feet high.
Right.
No, he's not that short.
No, of course I'm not being literal, you mook. Jesus.
Chala said they should try to get the regular characters right first.
Yeah, that's a good point, though.
It's true.
That is a good point.
For me, I like Michael B. Jordan just as an actor. Period. Fruitvale Station was great. He was great in Creed. Even Fantastic Four, he was good. Even though I didn't watch that shit fest completely.
What a bad movie that was.
I think, and this is the only thing that bothers me. Right, when Boss Logic just put that image out there.
Which was a dope image.
Which it got really ugly really fast. And I'm just like, sometimes I love this community, and then other times I'm like embarrassed by it, right? Like,
Right.
understand this. It's just a concept piece. It's not really gonna happen. You know what I mean? And he looked cool as hell, right?
Yeah, and if it did, stop fucking hating.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why? Why?
Well, remember we talked about this before. How pissed off were people when they found out Miles Morales was going to be black? How pissed off were people when they found out Hemdall was going to be
Miles
black?
Morales isn't black though.
Or what? Spanish? Like, I'm just saying the people get so mad. Like they got pissed off when Hemdall is going to be black when it was played by Idris Elba. Who cares? Like, holy shit!
Right.
Like, is it going to affect your life?
Right.
Is a black actor or a Mexican actor or a gay or lesbian? Like, does it matter? Is that actor in that role going to change your life? Are you going to make less money at work? Your boss is going, okay, guys, they cast a Mexican person in a white man's role, so I'm cutting all your paychecks by 5%. Like, no. So I don't know why people. It's because people are like, I would probably be upset if they went a different way with Wolverine because. But it would be stupid too. It's just people are so invested in the characters they know, and they only know them in that way, and they don't want to, they don't want to see them change because they've grown up with that character and they have so much emotion and time and even money invested.
Is that
into
what
that
it is
character.
though? Is that what it is, or are they just bigots?
Other than the racist pricks,
You know?
Oh man, yeah. I mean,
well, it's like if someone said, "Okay, they're recasting Wolverine and they're gonna do a Samoan and he's gonna be 7 feet high." Like, what? Why?
I mean, I'll be honest. I had the same issue with Josh Brolin as Cable. I'm like, no way. And it wasn't because he's a terrible actor. He's just not proportionately doesn't look like the Cable we're used to.
Right.
He's
exactly.
He had a gun that was. I mean, he was great in the film. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time too, like it wasn't. I wasn't feeling it because it just, man, this character isn't exactly like what it should have been. But then when you're just being a bigot or you're being a racist prick, then you're not having a thoughtful conversation with people. You're just being a dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those conversations just go nowhere. I don't entertain conversations like that. Once it gets a little racist for me, I'm just out. Like, completely out.
They can't even defend it. Like, oh, that would be a stupid idea. Why? Show your work. Let's go. I mean, like the teacher used to do those math tests. You just give her the answer. No, show your work. I want to see how you got there.
Right.
Same thing. Like, why? Like,
I mean, you had the same issue when they had Starfire. They're like, oh, Starfire is black. I'm like, well, the comic, she's an alien.
She's orange.
I mean, she's orange.
She's orange, bro.
What do you?
If anything, Donald Trump should be playing her. But like,
imagine. Fuck, man, that'll be great.
Greatest Starfire ever.
I'm the greatest Starfire ever.
Now Chad just opened the door for something else to be hated on now.
Fuck. You know what? Andrew just said Guy Gardner should be played by Carrot Top, and I agree, bro. Carrot Top is juiced to the loins, bro. He could fucking play him just fine. I mean,
yeah.
Gosh, that'll be amazing. But yeah, no, back to open enrollment. It's kicking off in 2 weeks. I see a lot of people always supporting, reposting and interacting with us, man. Keep that up. And I'm gonna tell you, even if you don't get in this time, keep that up. You know what I mean? We always take mental notes of people who follow us and talk to us. We just want the right fit, man. We don't want drama. We don't want any of that nonsense. We just want the right fit for this club. So continue to do that, man. We want to get to know you guys. I've been talking to quite a few people. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Anyone has anything to add about enrollment?
Just reiterate and because I got some people we're doing the Canadian chapter, and there's some guys who are chit chatting me here and there, but they're not tagging us in posts, and they're not mentioning the club in posts, and we want you to do that for the simple fact that that's a way for us to know that you're serious about it. Is that you're going out of your way to make sure that the members are going to see it. Right. So you gotta keep that up and talk with us, because we don't want members who just okay, cool, I'm in, and then they're never there. And they're never in chats, and they're never interacting with us. And it's not like a numbers club. We don't want people who just want to join to get the patch and get their number, like figuratively speaking, and be like, okay, cool. And then they just go off and do their thing. We want you to be involved in the club and involved in the community. So, keep bugging us and keep talking to us and post and tag and do whatever. Do all the things we've been telling you to do, but keep doing them. Don't do them once or twice. And they go, okay, I'll see you guys in October. because what happens is you might be, like I said this before, I think it was last week's show or the week before that, you might be good and we might like you, but it's going to come down to, okay, guy A tags us once in a while, talks to us once in a while, but he's a good guy. He's got some good, and like I said, you don't have to have all keys, but he has books and he does this. Guy B talks to us every day, tags us every day, is making posts every day, asking us what's going on every day. He is showing us that he really wants in. So at the end of the day, when we go to vote, if we only got one spot, it's going to go to guy B. Guy A is not going to get a consideration. Right. So, and again, like Jay said, if you don't get in, don't get discouraged. There's, some guys in our chapter, it's taken them 3 or 4 times. So it's like 2 years. 4 times is 2 years worth of enrollments to get in. Other guys are lucky, they get in on their first or second try, but others aren't. So you can't get discouraged.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. 100%. Well, and people need to keep in mind also, this is a social club, not a social media club. All right? So it's not all about your posts. If you're talking to us a lot, like becoming friends with us, that means more than anything. Mm-hmm. If I know who you are as a person, that means more than anything. The posts, on your social media, they help because it gives a certain view of what you're collecting and what you're into, I guess, and obviously it helps with promotion for the club, but it doesn't help you. I'm not going to reach out to you. You reach out to me. I don't, as fucked up as it sounds, like, I don't need to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You kind of need to know us.
Right.
If you're trying to be a part of the clique, then, act like you want to be a part of the clique. Don't give me the bullshit like, oh, well, I didn't reach out because of this or because of that. It's a stupid excuse. You know what I'm saying? If this is something that you want to be a part of, then reach out. You don't have to be active every single day on Instagram to get into this club. You know what I mean? We understand you got lives. We know you got jobs. Some people don't live in front of their phones. Like, we get it. But I got a guy just yesterday. He hit me up. We started this long ass conversation. We just started bullshitting, and he asked me. He was like, "Yo, you think it's a good idea? Like, maybe if I start a chat and invite some other members into it so we can all bullshit?" It's not a bad idea. Just hint.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what we do now. Like, the whole East Coast, we in a giant chat. That's all we do is bullshit with each other all day. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be a bad idea if you're a potential prospect and you want to open up a chat and get us all in it to bullshit. I don't got a problem with it.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what a lot of it is. It's just like, and that's how we become friends. Like, we bust each other's balls and stuff, but like, we're all seeing each other. Most of us are seeing each other in 2 weeks at Baltimore Comic-Con for the first time. Some of us, like, I know Boogie's met Alvaro and Inked a bunch of times. They hang out once in a while. But like, this will be the first time, I'm pretty sure, in person that Boogie will meet Steve, Jay will meet Steve, like the Badaholic. I met Drew, or the Friendly Face Viking. Me and Chala met him in Niagara. But this will be the first time that we meet Steve and Boogie and Jay and who else is going? And Chris, Dollar Bin Bandit. So it's really exciting. We're all really excited for it because it's gonna be fun. Yeah. You sit there and you talk to people and you get to know them, and in those chats, like, people don't realize, like, we don't know every little detail about each other's lives. That takes time, but we know a lot. And like, right. Jay's Ink's wife the other day had a blood clot or a possible blood clot in her leg, and she had to go to the hospital. Become more connected, as friends. So that's we want to be social. We want to know you can do that because we care about people. We care about the people in the club, and we want people in the club who are like that, who want to be part of that. So that's why we're always stressing to be social with us, because it's kind of a lose-lose. If you're not social with us, it shows us you don't really care, and then conversely, we don't really care about you, because if you're not going to spend the time with us, then we're not going to open up to you, and we're not going to really care what's going on, because we're over here learning and discussing and getting to know other people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Speaking of Baltimore, it's coming up soon. Very, very excited. We're discussing possibly doing like a going live possibly after the show. All of us in one room.
That's gonna be such a shit show.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Or the roundtable, the roundtable discussion.
It's gonna be a nice roundtable discussion. Gonna be working
on a square table.
On a square table. I was just gonna saw it in half, but we'll make sure it's in Steve's room so he gets the bill.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. That's my room. I don't want no
bill. So we're gonna definitely try to do that. We're gonna try to get a ton of footage. Maybe get some interviews with people if we're really, really nice to them. I'd be interested
I'm bringing a camera
to talk to some, some vendors. Maybe talk to the showrunners for Baltimore.
We gotta try to get a group shot with some artists, all of us. Yeah. That'd be sweet.
So we're working on a ton of coverage for that. The West Coast guys will be going to, what is it, LACon? Coming soon. I'll be at New York Comic Con on Sunday. Bandit just went Keystone Comic Con in Pittsburgh. Yeah. We have a ton of stuff going on, so we'll be there.
Norsmer went to I wish he changed his name. He went to Cincinnati Comic Con. He killed it. Did you guys see that sweet John Beatty and Michael Zeck Batman Superman sketch cover he got?
Yeah, he got a lot of good shit.
Yeah, anybody go look at this guy. Go look at Paul Schwarber, aka Norsmer, or if that's how you say it, on Instagram. You will see all the awesome. I think if he hasn't posted them up yet, he will be. He got some amazing sketch covers done because original art's his big thing. But yeah, we're going to be all across the states and North America, even Canada. I know we got a West member, Cabby, who's going to be going to con, I think, soon after his little one's born. And there's a lot of other potential members who are going to con.
International club is going to be going to a con as well. So all those pictures will be posted on the club page. Let's see. Will there be a Canadian chapter president selected before Roman? That's a great question. I don't have the answer to it. I'm not sure if any one of us do. But as a special treat, we're going to have 2 shows this week. We'll have this show uploaded by Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, it'll be myself going live with Aaron Rizzo, the national VP, and Steve, a.k.a. the Battleholic, the national VP. Aaron Rizzo is the national president. Battleholic is the national VP, and we'll be going live with them. So if you can, check us out on Wednesday. We'll be posting it on the club Instagram page, and we should have a time figured out. So that'll be the place to come watch and ask any questions you got, because we'll have the 2 guys on there, and they'll be able to answer your questions better than anybody. So that'll be on Wednesday as well. So as soon as that's done, we'll have that posted as well. And then the following week we'll have 2 shows as well. We'll have a regular Fiend cast, and then we'll have the art interview with Joel Jones that Thursday, and I'll try to upload it before I head down to Baltimore. So we're gonna have a lot of stuff coming your way, so just make sure you follow us on Facebook, the Comic Book Fiend Club. We're on there. Follow us on Instagram at Comic Book Fiend Club, Twitter CBFC. What else?
No, Twitter is CB Fiend Club.
CB Fiend Club. I'm sorry. And you know what? Yeah. What's funny? I created a Twitter. We'll be doing that. Kind of a slow week, so we just wanted to put a quick show out there for about an hour or so. What books we're looking to get at Baltimore? That's a good question. Do you guys have any books you're looking to try to get at Baltimore? Any big purchases?
Iron Fist 14.
Iron Fist 14.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of my big ones.
Boogie sign.
Other than some Wolverine books, I think that's gonna be one of my bigger books I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this con for me is, besides hitting up Artist Alley, I want to focus on sketch covers for this trip, Yeah. But because I'm a fiend, I may end up with Bandit digging in.
It's the Deadpool. I think it's like a 125 or 100. It's a hip hop cover, Vanilla Ice cover swipe is one I've been looking for. I happened to find one at a Clifton show. It was a 9.8, and the guy wanted $700 for it. So I'm like, you could shove it up your ass because I'm not paying this.
If he shoves it up his ass, though, it might decrease in value.
Well, I don't care. Good. I'll just nothing a press won't fix.
Right, pressing it clean.
Just we can vacuum clean it, get that fucking skid mark out.
I don't even get me started.
You clean your books with a baby wipe? What the hell?
I mean, I'm a fiend for those hip hop variants. And that's the one that's been eluding me probably the most. I mean, on eBay, I think I've seen a couple go for like $200. And I wouldn't mind spending that. Like, if I could find like a raw for $200, I wouldn't mind spending that. But it has to be in really good condition. And then beyond that, I'm a huge Toy Biz fiend. So I'm looking for a couple of Toy Biz figures and accessories. Mostly Wolverine, as being the biggest Wolverine fan.
Ink Jedi won't be coming back from Baltimore because I'm going to slit his goddamn throat. So we're going to have a new host in 2 weeks. We'll be starting the show with a new host. Just let you people know.
The new host is Chad is going to leave me in Baltimore. Yeah. That's definitely what I'm looking for. I'm missing a Galactus, which I would like to get. So crossing my fingers that I find it. And I think that's pretty much it beyond that. And then, helping my wife find some books for her that she's looking for. So we'll probably be in there digging as well, as much as we can, and try to get some sketches done. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've never been to Baltimore. I heard it's a great show, and I'm hoping that it comes through as one. But we'll be there, man. And if anyone's there, just let us know ahead of time. Be like, hey, I'll be at Baltimore, and we'll meet up and hang out and say what's up. And
we're gonna have Fiendcast stickers. We got a whole batch of 1,000 stickers straight from the press, hot off the press. And like I said, don't be
cart with a seat.
That's right.
Oh god.
Maybe I'll motorize it and I'll just drive around on that.
There's a book, like everybody knows that I'm a homage cover whore, but I saw a post that our national press put up. Right, it was a Deadpool homage cover to Batman 1, and I can't find that fucking thing anywhere. I found one copy of it on eBay, and it was like $500.
You know what you have to do then?
Yeah, you have to buy that.
You have to buy that one.
I gotta push the button.
You gotta hide it like you did the Chromium one.
That's it.
Yeah, why don't you keep blowing up my spot, Chad?
Just fuck, man. It's full of it. I mean, don't be blowing up my greatest Wolverines fans.
I can't wait. To get to Baltimore and punch him in the dick. I really can't.
You're short enough. You just have to reach up a little.
Oh, yeah, man. Maybe I'll headbutt you in the dick then, you bastard.
Takes off the hat with the headbutt.
It'd be nice if I could find one of those at Baltimore, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look, man. I'm hoping we find a ton of stuff, especially, I mean, if we go in there and just be like, hey, guys, I'm looking for this in particular, and if someone finds it, just let us know.
Right. I should make a shirt. I'm looking for this book.
a shirt where you list.
Yeah. We'll all go with those boat flares, and if we're all looking around, we'll have a list of what everybody else is looking for in the club, and if we see one, we'll just throw up the flare. Oh, shit, who's got one?
God. Yeah, homeboy, Ska, he even said, it's an Art Adams cover. Is it? You're right. It is an Art Adams cover. Yep.
What, the Deadpool cover you're looking for?
Yeah, man. Homage to Batman 1. It's a dope-ass cover. And Merc got it. And I don't even know why he got it because he ain't even into homage covers. I'm going to have to talk to him about this. See if
you could ask him on Wednesday. Ask him Wednesday live. I'll ask him for you. I'll take a mental note. Right. By the way, Boogie said that you should sell him that book. The last one went for $500 on eBay, so you should sell it to him for $4.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, but he's a GameStop crony, so he'll be like, okay, well, give me all your books and $1,000, and I'll give you this book.
That's it. You can't trade him for it.
Right. Yeah. How much can I get for this long box and $500? I'll give you 10 cents.
You're close.
I'll give you one bubble mailer and one Gemini mailer. That's it.
You'll owe me $499.90.
Right.
Oh, man. So, in closing, anyone got anything else they want to mention throughout? Maybe something I forgot?
Oh, I got something. Yeah. We will be doing... I was waiting to announce it because I was just waiting for some things to line up. Comic Book Fiend Club will be partnering with supernicecomics.com. They also have an Instagram page. And we'll be doing a charity raffle giveaway at the event with the proceeds, all the proceeds. We're not taking a cut or nothing. Every dime we make is going towards the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Baltimore. We're gonna have. I got some original art by Mike Ruth. We're gonna have some really nice signed slabs that are supposed to be getting donated by Planet Collectibles with Zubair. I'm gonna have a few slabs I'm donating. I'm also on the hunt. I'll be talking to some people with regards to merch and gift certificates for the big businesses and stuff. So we're gonna be selling tickets, and we're gonna have the grand prize draw on the Sunday of Baltimore. I don't know what time yet. We're trying to figure that out. But yeah, so if you're there. More information will be coming, but yeah, we're going to be having a huge giveaway, and it's going to be one big grand prize with tons of cool slabs and books and merch and original art, like I said. So keep your eye out for more of those announcements.
And I'm sure we'll be posting it on the club page as well. So just make sure to repost. Make sure you tag Baltimore Comic Con. They're super. They're very very interactive with people on there. So just make sure you tag them on it. Make sure you tag some friends. I mean, this is going to a great cause. I used to do some work with the Boys and Girls Club. Incredible place. With some really good kids, and they really make a difference in their community. So definitely make sure to do that and come buy some spots. I'll be there. I'll probably be buying some spots. I think Boogie said he's donating his Wolverine 10
Gem Mint
copy.
There you go
for it.
Yeah,
is that right?
No comment.
No comment.
I'm gonna get a phone call as soon as this podcast ends.
And the second person I'm punching in the dick goes to. But I will be donating a nice book.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what it is, then make sure you go to Baltimore and get in on that raffle, man.
Right, and we'll probably be. We'll be around, and once we get everything going, like I said, we'll put it on the club page and we'll repost it everywhere. I'm gonna ask everybody, please, if you're watching, let's repost our iTunes, let's repost our YouTube channel. Let's get everybody sharing that. We're gonna try to work on possibly a subscriber giveaway. Boogie and I were talking about it, so we're gonna be working on that as well, just to show our appreciation. We want to grow this channel. We want to grow this community. We want to get content. So, we want to make this entertaining for everyone. And that's it. Again, make sure.
If you guys got any ideas of what you wanna hear on the show, what you want to see.
Yeah, totally. We can do a whole show. We do like a weekly news report, but I'm sure if you guys give us a topic or two, we could probably just dedicate a show to that if it's a good enough topic and if there's good enough questions. So just hit us up. Let us know what you want.
Yep.
Right. Don't be shy.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, for October, we're working on a Batman the Animated Series show where we review our favorite episodes. We talk about, what characters we like, the art, maybe some facts that people don't know. So we're working on something like that, man, because Batman the Animated Series, personally to me, was one of my favorite series of all time. But we want to do something where we take you through all these animated series like X-Men, like Spider-Man, and we go in depth and talk about them. Maybe, work on something where we could break down certain episodes and things like that. So definitely keep watching. Once the DC Universe stuff goes live, we're going to be covering that, seeing whatever's on there. And I think that's it for this show. Anybody else got anything? No,
that's it.
I'm good.
All right. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Tune in this Wednesday. Keep your eye on the Instagram page, as we'll be having more information on there. And make sure you come in, ask questions. That's the place to do it. You're going to have the head honchos on the show. So, come ready, come direct. And we'll see you guys next week, man. Thank you all for watching.